Live from Utah's first TV station, ABC4 News celebrates 75 years.
Good evening, I'm Emily Flores.
And I'm Glenn Mills. Thanks so much for joining us. Hope you're staying safe out there as those totals are just adding up after Utah gets slammed by that massive snowstorm.
Yes, indeed. UDOT advising limited travel with snow-covered roads making for a rough commute at various times today. Utah's snowplow drivers out in full force. You probably saw them as you were out and about, sweeping away inches and even feet of snow in some places. The plow saving the day for those of us who had to trek to work, or even for some taking their kids to school. But getting out on the roads was a different battle. Now, our Glenn Mills, let's check this out, pulling some inspiration from the plows, even helping neighbors who were stuck on the road.
And for Emily, it was a family affair to make it out on the roads.
Okay, and the snow spared no one. Even Chief Meteorologist Alana Brophy had to get out and take the shovel with her.
Oh my goodness, just back-breaking snow.
Yes, and we talked about this, hours of shoveling, hours. We'll talk more about that, though.
And more hours to come as well. And tonight, it's a team effort to bring you the very latest on the storm of the season. ABC4 Northern Utah correspondent Cade Gardner in Cache County and Annika Johns is on the valley floor in South Jordan. Meantime,
meteorologist Nate Larson keeping an eye on the mess in Parley's Canyon. But let's, of course, first check in with Chief Meteorologist Alana Brophy, who's in the pinpoint weather backyard at this point. Alana.
Snow continues to come down. This was such a major storm, dropping off major totals. As I stand in the backyard, we want to take a minute here so we can measure exactly what we're seeing in the ABC4 backyard as we get in there. 8 inches. We're at 8 inches right now. This is nothing compared to other portions of Salt Lake and Tooele County. We know they are measuring in feet. Also the case in Woodland Hills, the Utah County benches. As we take a look at this video being sent in by our own Peggy Sorensen, she kind of shows you exactly what we're dealing with, and she was clearing that snow with the snowplow, pulling out the big guns there with the snow blower. 24 inches now in Woodland Hills. We've got big totals coming out of this. Tooele was walloped by that winter snowfall, 26 inches there. West Jordan getting over 20. Salt Lake International, hefty numbers there. Now, the most snow measured in one day at Salt Lake International is 14 inches. Remember, the storm started yesterday, but we're flirting with that record. Other snow totals really just packing a serious punch. Places like Kearns, West Jordan, South Jordan, Clinton getting 10 inches. Provo in that arena. Utah County not as high as Salt Lake and Tooele County, but no matter where you were dealing with the impacts of snowfall, and it continues to come down. Snow showers out there. We did break records in places like Randolph, up near Bear Lake, Oak City, as well as Laverkin down in southern Utah when the cold air flooded in near Zion National Park, accumulating snow. The radar shows us exactly where that snow is right now. It does include in southern Utah, peppered in over the mountains, and in eastern Utah. Here's a look at the Wasatch Front. You see the snow hitting our hair, and in our live shots, it's continuing. And you can see from Brigham City all the way down to West Jordan, we have that snow holding steady. Now, the commutes and the roads were treacherous. And as we take a look, you're able to see that road snow still expected as we get through this evening. That includes in different portions of northern Utah. And so that is going to be an issue as we get through the evening commute. We are not done, but up in Parley's, we've got meteorologist Nate Larson, who's live. Nate, it was really rough up there this morning. Tonight promises to be equally as messy as the snow continues to come down. How's visibility?
You know, it's actually okay considering the conditions. I've been checking the updates or the app for updates on road conditions, and we're doing pretty well in Parley's Canyon. We had a semi-slide off overnight this morning. Overnight was reported this morning, and we had, of course, lots of snow coming down this morning, but the plows were able to keep up. There was the traction law in effect. We're here at the parking lot. Let me show you. This is Incident Management's trailer here. We had UHP here helping out a lot of the truck drivers to make sure that they were chaining up and getting the help that they needed to get out on the road safely. But we are seeing some decent snowfall right now, and it is sticking to the road, creating slushy conditions. And so traction law isn't out of the question again this evening. If conditions merit that, that means you have to have snow tires, four-wheel drive, and chains for semis. Now, traction law is still in effect for Big and Little Cottonwood Canyons. And I did see that UDOT tweeted out that Little Cottonwood Canyon will close again tonight, just after midnight through tomorrow morning. They should open hopefully at 8:30 for avalanche mitigation, pending driving conditions allow for that. So drive safely out there. Be sure to check the traffic conditions before you head out, especially up into the canyon areas. Live at the mouth of Parley's Canyon, I'm ABC4's Nate Larson. Back to you.
All right, Nate, thank you so much. And in Salt Lake County, whole neighborhoods woke up snowed in. This is a look at a time lapse that showed us just how much snow, inches slowly piling up near Willow Creek Golf Club in Sandy, then all at once slamming this yard you see here.
Yeah, and in South Jordan, you guessed it, even more snow coming down. ABC4's Annika Johns checking in on the very latest conditions out there. And Annika, some of those piles of snow are just towering over you out there.
Yeah, that's right. There is so much snow out here. It's kind of insane. Just behind me is Mulligan's Golf Course, where just 2 days ago, people were out golfing. Today, well, you know, not so much. And if they were, I'd be a little concerned, to be honest, because if I go ahead and use my tape measure here to show how many inches of snow we have on the golf course, it comes down to about 28 inches of snow. You heard me right. 28 inches. Now that's pretty insane. And while there's nobody on the golf course here, that we are now starting to see some people make their way onto the roads. And while they're on the roads, we just want to remind people that they just need to stay safe out there and leave room for snowplows. Reporting live in South Jordan, Annika Johns, ABC4 News.
All right, Annika, thank you. Northern Utah certainly not spared by this monster storm. Northern Utah correspondent Cade Gardner continuing our team coverage in Sardine Canyon tonight, where plow drivers are working hard, but Mother Nature may be working even harder. Cade, what's the latest you're seeing up north on the roads?
I mean, Mother Nature is definitely working hard. I am not sitting in snow. I am hip deep in snow, and this just goes to show how hard our plow workers are working these last few days. I'm going to try to get out of this, and I'm really not sitting. I'm going to try to wade out of here. So we are in the middle of Sardine Canyon, and we have vehicles going past us pretty quickly right now, but road conditions are slushy, they are slick, they are a little bit dicey. We've seen many plows go in and out through here today. They are just trying to do what they can to keep up with this weather. They're just reminding people to slow down. Now, I reached out to Utah Highway Patrol, and they tell me that over the last day and a half in Box Elder County, Cache County, and Rich County alone, they've responded to about 30 crashes. Of course, they're all weather related. We're going to keep monitoring this Sardine Canyon, Highway 89, and what it looks like for you guys. We're going to head down to Manaway here in a little bit to see what it looks like down on that end of the canyon, and we'll let you know coming up at 6. Reporting live in Cache County, Cade Gardner, ABC4 News.
All right, Kate, thank you for your coverage. Stay safe. And a traffic alert, Utah Highway Patrol reporting 230 crashes since this morning. So check out this car that somehow went up in flames on I-15 in Salt Lake City. UHP posting the photo online, warning drivers just because the roads are being cleared does not mean you should speed. In Utah County, this car found flipped in the river in American Fork Canyon. This was yesterday. And this afternoon, 2 semi-trucks crashing and tipping on I-15 near Nephi, forcing northbound lanes to close for nearly 2 hours.
All right, on my way in, I don't know if it was that one, but I also saw a car on fire. This would have been more in the Midvale area.
Right.
So
it is
crazy.
a mess, yes. Yeah. Take precautions. Now, those are the kinds of conditions that can mean serious dangers on the roads and in for anyone in the backcountry, especially if you're caught unprepared.
Yeah, but that was no issue for 2 men in the Uintas who are now home safe and warm. The duo unexpectedly spending the night stranded in the mountains. They were snowmobiling when they got stuck and were too low on fuel to get out, but they had all the right gear to hunker down safely, burrowing into a snow cave with a fire and also able to reach out for help.
They had a spot communication device which allowed them to communicate with an emergency contact that they had pre-set up.
The search effort still taking several hours today, but the men let their family know where they would be before leaving, helping rescuers get to them as soon as possible. It's a good reminder to prepare for the worst when recreating in rough terrain, and those two doing everything right in that situation.
Lucky. Good
Right now to Moab, where a local conservationist and guest columnist for the Moab Sun facing criminal allegations, including vandalism.
Okay, so Moab City police say they brought a large-scale investigation to a close, arresting 39-year-old Christian Wright. Police say since June, Wright caused $15,000 worth of damage, gluing stickers on hundreds of private property. A search warrant recovered thousands of the same custom stickers in his home. Now, police also found magic mushrooms they say were grown on site, 5 assault rifles, and tons of ammo. Now, his arrest comes after reports of threats against an off-roading tourism company, the National Park Service, and his neighbor for flying a Trump flag.
Today's big storm not slowing down the legislative session. Some lawmakers meeting virtually this morning, moving forward a number of bills meant to help the environment. 2 bills supporting the Great Salt Lake passing through House committees. The first creates a commissioner for the lake whose sole responsibility would be to represent the lake's best interests. The second makes criteria to redirect water from the lake more strict. Finally, an air quality bill moving through committee, but not before getting seriously shaved down. It requires the Division of Air Quality to make and release a plan for cutting back emissions.
Still ahead, these conditions perfect for some wintertime fun. ABC4 was out this morning to watch the epic slides and tumbles. Stick around to watch the Dana Green go sledding.
Yeah, what a rough job today, huh? Also, Russia announces plans to withdraw from the last nuclear arms treaty with the U.S. What the president says this means for the country's relationship with NATO.
And this is what it looked like on the roads at Point of the Mountain. Snow covered. This evening commute is slushy. Treated main roads, but the side roads are a headache. When we will see our next storm deliver additional snow in Utah's most accurate forecast.